Okay, so this is the report for my final project. I just wanted to kind of go over everything I've done this semester and give you a rundown. Here is kind of my Sublime text editor with all the pages I have: main, title, menu, matching, reward. Over here we have our window to observe it and the output. Before we get into that though, I kind of wanted to go through my blueprint real quick and just demo it to show you what I originally had conceptualized at the beginning of the semester. So this was kind of the title screen. I envisioned I had a little button that you could click here, and then this is where it was going to load. There's going to be a little dog. You can click on him, it would react, and then these are the two games that would open up. Here is the matching game that I have built, and here is the other game, which I'll show you here in a second. In the matching game, these balls would generate. You could click on them, and there would ideally be some sort of interaction from the containers or something, which I never got to program in a reaction to the containers, like them enlarging and then shrinking. However, what I do have, I'm pretty happy with. And then there it is. So this is kind of the reward screen that would trigger. Would fire this background. The dog would jump up and be happy. We do have the background and everything. We don't quite have the dog yet. This is the other game I've yet to program, where the dog will sleep, drink water, or eat its food. And that's what I'm going to work on just for fun, my free time. So that was my blueprint. Let's now, close that. So we're going to close PowerPoint and kind of show you what we do have going here. We'll start with main Lua. We have our composer, go to scene, load background, and I'm just going to check real quick what the template requires. Okay, good. So we need an introduction, we need progression from one page to another, which I will show you as it transitions from page to page. A transition or animation, which you will also see. Not really sure what the processing of client-side data is, but maybe you'll see that. You'll pick it out. And the creation of my own functions and variables, which we definitely have. Okay, so we will save, which will start it. So here's kind of the title screen. You can't hear music playing because I got headphones in right now. And I don't know if Screencast catches the music, but imagine kind of Wreck-It Ralph. So the title sequence just fired, and we had title text run. We had our composer here with the time delay. It performed after 3 seconds and did a zoom fade out. I'll show that one more time just so you can see it. So that was a slide left, and then from here it should do a zoom out in fade. So there it is. Here's our matching game. Oh, sorry, this is the menu tab that we are in currently, and lots of cool stuff in here. And if we come up here, there's a function, click matching, that responds to our clicking on this widget down here. So, and then we had to insert in the composer, which was a lot of fun. This here in dark text was my attempt to kind of add a play pause button to the music. I wasn't quite able to get that function, so that's still kind of in the works. That's why I haven't deleted it, because I would like to add it later. Matching Lua, let's go to the matching. So here we have matching, and this is pretty cool. This took me 8 weeks to build, so be very impressed.
I've got 2 friends here that I'm hosting.
All right,
So,
let's scroll to the top of this over here in Sublime. So we have our composer opened up with composer new scene, and this corresponds with these functions: scene create, scene show, scene hide, and those are probably all at the bottom because I don't have much in scene show or hide or destroy. Oh, and this here, we had to add event listeners and return scene. So that's kind of the composer that allows you to interact with your entire app by creating the possibility of jumping from page to page. Okay, so we have our widget, which is put in here. It's created up at the top. we have our local make ball function, and I'm trying to remember why we did this outside of scene create, and it's escaping me at the moment. Maybe it'll come back. Physics, to allow our balls to kind of interact with other objects that have physics in it. And here we have 4 walls framing the app window, because if you don't have anything for the balls to interact with, they will fall off the screen and no one will be able to do anything, which should be very sad. There's a local sound table bloop. I'm going to unplug my headphones right now and see if you can hear that. Okay, let's see if you can hear it. Really kind of soft actually, but every click results in a bloop sound. So that's kind of cool. So if you drag the color onto the wrong container color, it kind of does a linear impulse, which I'll show you here. Oh, I guess here are the containers. 1, 2, and 3. 1 is red, 2 is blue, 3 is green. And these are properties we've assigned to them so that we can have the balls judge if, hey, I'm green, but this container says it's blue, so I can't be destroyed because I'm not matching. These are the locations for the containers right here. Scrolling down. Oh, we have to insert them into the group, and you have to insert things in the right order. Kind of first in, last out sort of thing. So if it's on the bottom, it will, if you think of layers like in Photoshop or something, it will be on the top, so of how it's presented, which is why we needed to insert the background first, because we want it to be on the bottom. Alright, so here's a function, kill ball. This is what removes the balls. I'll show you this blue one here. You drag it, let go, and it destroys it. And this says, hey, you have 3 balls left. So that goes to our table, our ball table, which is right up here, and says you have so many balls left. Remove yourself if you match, basically. So if number of ball tables then equals 0, this is what ball tables keeps track of. It will fire the composer go to rewards scene, which we'll show you here in a sec. This is the make ball function. This is what started at the beginning of the app window that fired. I'll show you real quick. So make ball just fired by creating 4 randomly colored balls. The balls are generated at random locations. So here's the X coordinate. This is the Y coordinate. And so it kind of gives it a little bit of randomness where the balls could appear in this like block area that I've assigned it to appear in. This is where the colors are assigned, and that responds or calls the colors table we created up here. So this first iteration is red, the second one is green, the third one is blue. And so it says fill color math random 3, which says pick a number, an integer of 1 to 3, and whatever one it picks for each ball as it's generated, that's what color it'll generate it as. I added a stroke too, because when you hold it over the container, I kind of still wanted to see the ball, so there's a white stroke there. Going down, other color, we have collision, which is really important. Collision kind of determines when things happen and how. There's begin, and there's also the move phase that things can interact in. But for me, I wanted to have things happen when they begin and when they end. So for example, begin, the ball is touching the container, yes. So it is, and if the ball, ball.other color equals event.other color, and the event.other color would be the container. And you let go, it says, well, fire kill ball, which I'll show you here where that is. Or not, maybe, I can't remember. Rubbish. But, sorry. Kill ball fires there, make ball functions there, on collisions there. Yes, there's touch ball. There's kill ball. So kill ball fires there. If when the ball is touched, so we're touching it now, this is the began phase by first clicking. We're moving it around, and so that's what's going on in the move phase. Is as I'm doing this, that move phase, the temp joint is allowing it to stay with it. If I were to turn that off, trust me, it would be stupid and frustrating, and no one would ever play this app. If you want to try, I'll you can always go to the web page, download the files that I have up, and delete it for yourself and see what it does. Ended, if you take it here, and then once I let go, it says if the ball touching container equals true, which it was touching a container, then if the ball's color equals the ball's other color, so if the ball being red and the container, which is ball.other color, is also red, then do this. And so it did all this, and then it fired Kill Bill, which removes the ball permanently from the table, and we'll check to see if it needs to fire the reward screen. Here's the table that inserts it. Our event listener, these are the 4 ceiling things: ceiling, floor, left wall, right wall. These are the physics bodies added to those so that the balls can actually interact with them. Notice how the ball interacts with them as static objects. The containers are dynamic objects, and the back button is not possessing a physics engine. There's the back button. Let's see the reward screen. Let go, fires a reward screen. Great job. The reward screen is set on a delay, and it does a fade out. So, yes, fade. So that is my app. Hopefully I'll have another one. I'll have the little dog here in the future. But that it was the project I took on this semester. My goal was to build an app for my little girl, who is almost 2 now, so she could play it. She has a bunch of other apps on her iPads and really enjoys it. And that was my motivation behind building Puppy Playhouse. So let's see it one more time. Maybe you can hear the music. So anyway, that was the app I built for